Hello, I'm Claire Stratford and I head the VMD's Pharmaceutical Efficacy team, and I also lead the VMD's Anthelmintic Resistance activities. In this bite-sized presentation, I'm going to give an overview of what Anthelmintic resistance is, why it is so important, and what the VMD is doing to help slow its development and spread. So firstly, what is anthelmintic resistance? An anthelmintic, also known as a dewormer, is a medicine intended to paralyse or kill parasitic worms in their mammalian hosts. Anthelmintic resistance is the ability of the worm to survive a particular dose of anthelmintic which would normally be effective. Anthelmintic resistance is a heritable trait, which means it is passed on from one worm generation to the next, thereby continuing the problem. So why is anthelmintic resistance a concern? Anthelmintic resistance compromises our ability to control or eliminate parasitic worm burdens in our animals. This can result in animal health and welfare issues, as these parasitic worms can cause signs such as diarrhea, weight loss, breathing difficulties, liver disease, and even death. Anthelmintic resistance can limit the productivity of food-producing species, thereby compromising our domestic food chain, and it also presents a significant cost to the rural economy. There is a risk that anthelmintic resistance will become so significant on some farms that raising livestock will become untenable, thereby impacting our rural landscape. And anthelmintic resistance also has environmental impacts, as animals with large parasite burdens produce more greenhouse gas emissions and may require higher doses of anthelmintics. Finally, anthelmintic resistance is a global problem, as with international transport of animals, we can also get international transport of resistant worms. So it is essential that stakeholders work together to promote responsible use of our existing anthelmintics, to preserve their long-term efficacy and to reduce the further development and spread of anthelmintic resistance. So what is the VMD doing? The VMD is actively involved in a number of activities to reduce the development and spread of anthelmintic resistance. This includes VMD representation on the pan-industry groups SCOPS and COWS that promote responsible use of anthelmintics in sheep and cattle, respectively. Over the last decade, the VMD has also sponsored a number of anthelmintic resistance research projects, looking to help inform and validate best practice guidance issued by SCOPS and COWS, to help better understand the extent and spread of anthelmintic resistance in the UK, and to help develop better diagnostic tests for the detection of anthelmintic resistance. The VMD is now expanding this anthelmintic resistance work further in response to concerns over the increasing prevalence and magnitude of resistance in the UK. We have recently formed an internal anthelmintic resistance working group and have developed a work plan for this financial year. The main aims being to raise the profile of anthelmintic resistance, improve coordination of related activities, and perform a scoping exercise to inform next steps. As part of the scoping exercise, we are looking to better understand what others are already doing regarding anthelmintic resistance within the UK, and also scoping international activities in terms of anthelmintic regulation and anthelmintic activities such as surveillance, policy development, and stakeholder engagement in other countries. We will use the information gathered to inform development of UK anthelmintic resistance policy. The initial focus of this work is on anthelmintic resistance in internal parasites of sheep, cattle, and horses. As part of this work, the VMD hosted an equine anthelmintic resistance stakeholder workshop on the 11th of November this year, convening representatives from across the UK equine sector to discuss anthelmintic resistance in horse parasites, including the challenges, opportunities, and potential ways forward. This resulted in very positive and collaborative discussions, and we look forward to sharing the outputs from this workshop shortly. Thank you for your interest in this bite-sized presentation. Updates on our anthelmintic resistance activities will be posted on our gov.uk webpage and highlighted using our Twitter hashtag #AnthelminticResistanceVMD. Feedback on our anthelmintic resistance activities is welcomed at our anthelmintic resistance email address, which is anthelmintic.resistance@vmd.gov.uk. Thank you.